Hello, welcome to your Length and Flow class. Before we go to Tuscany, we're still here in Canada. Just a quick disclaimer that the video cuts off right at our stretch point. So we'll finish the stretch in here in the living room. Second is I did my ultimate best with bringing down the wind. Don't let the wind take away from this class, from the environment, from the whole entire hour. Please enjoy it, and I'll see you here on the other side. Welcome to Tuscany. We are here to do a full body lengthen and flow class with a little bit of activation. In moments, I'll be covering the microphone just to keep the wind at its lowest. Let's start in child's pose. Coming down. Personally, I like to rest my hands underneath my forehead to add a lot more curvature to the thoracic spine, opening up the lumbar back. But more importantly, let's begin with some breath work. Taking a few moments to expand your breath into your back. So don't focus on what's happening in front of your body. Visualize your back ribs and your back expanding out like an accordion. Up and out with your inhale. And softening on your exhale. Let's take 5 like that. Let this be a starting ground for you to build on, a place for you to come, active rest. But going this breath and movement at your pace. And if they're not already, then begin to reach your arms straight forward. Let's activate your hands. All 10 fingers spreading out, fingertips touching. And with your exhale, create slight opposition, pulling your hips back towards your heels a little bit, creating more space in the vertebrae of your spine. And with that space, directing full breaths. Make your way forward into tabletop, where we'll warm up our spine with some movements of cat-cow, starting with slight extension, looking at your mat. Inhale. Flexion, push it away. Breathe out. Inhale, let your body roll forward. And now use the contact of your hands to exhale into your C curve, where you'll pull your abdominal line in. And then take 3 more at your pace. Letting the movement create a little bit more space, size, scale, depth. But also listening to your intuition of what feels good in that moment. 1 more. And together we'll meet neutral. And in neutral, if they're not already, bring your hands mat width distance, externally rotating through the shoulder blades, gripping the fingertips, downward facing dog. Let's go back and just let your body feel it out. This may be the first one in a while, so just let your body receive the lengthening. Keep breathing. Bring your legs all the way mat width apart, keeping a soft bend in your knee joints. Walk your hands back down center line to your feet, where we'll take ragdoll at the bottom. Even more bend in your knees to rest your rib cage on your thighs as much as you can, so we can release the cervical spine. Let your head go. Let that automatic breath just leave your body. releasing your hands, toe heel your feet to touch together at 12 o'clock. Taking a halfway lift in neutral, keeping still a bend in your knees, neutralizing your spine, integrating your shoulder blades. Forward fold, exhale, really let it go. With an inhale, roll your body up to stand. Sweeping your arms out and up, breathing in. Hands to heart center, exhale. Let's take one full breath here from the ground all the way into your body. And out. Have a great practice, everyone. Reach all the way up, look up. Fold it forward. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, fold. Walking your body straight forward into high plank, where we'll move into our plank rocks, warming up our powerhouse. With your legs together, your inner thighs rocking forward and back, using your lower half. Eyes at the top of your mat. We're going for 10. 9. This is coming from your glute maximus, your inner thighs, pulling into center. 5, 4, 3. Now get contact with your core. Pull it in. Downward dog to pull it back up. Breathing out. One more full breath. Bend your knees, look forward, using your core abdomen to walk you to your hands. Halfway lift for the inhale. Folding exhale. Really let your head go here. Really fold it out. Keep a bend in your knees as you roll your spine with an inhale up to stand. Looking up slightly, engaging your glutes. And then folding from your core. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to the mat. Step back, high plank. Keep your legs together. We're here for 3 breaths. Exhale. In. Out. One more. Option to lower your knees for the low push-up or shift forward and use your glute maximus to exhale to your stomach. Let's set up for some spine extension. Slide your hands back slightly. Press your hip flexors down to pull your core in. We're lifting up with your arms. Press to lift up. And then exhale. Your glutes slowly take you down. This will build for the next 2. Inhale, press up, up, up. Keep breathing in. And then exhale. Resist. Once more. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, lower. Setting up for upward facing dog. Bring your legs all the way together. A little bit more activity here. Engage your core using your arms to press up. Hover your knees. Breathe in. Upward facing dog. Downward dog pulls you back. Lift your right leg up. Keep your hips still internally rotated. Really stretch the knee joint, the hip joint. Take a full breath. We're going to bring it in towards our chest. Together, take a breath in. Knee to nose. Hold it there. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, all the way out. Inhale up. Knee to nose. Inhale all the way up. Now use that center of core to step through into warrior 1. Turn your left heel and rise up. Breathing in and then land in your physical body. Beautiful. Take a full breath. Let's take our right hand to our right hip and turn our left leg so it's now internally rotated, bending the left knee slightly. We're going to do some lateral extension. Up a little bit to the sky with that left arm and over to the right. Full breath. Let's return to your warrior 1 on your inhale. Both arms up. Take a breath in. Hands to the mat, framing your foot. Stepping back, high plank. Option to lower your knees, low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, press. Down dog, pull it back. Left leg extends internally rotated behind you, feeling length down the hip flexor and knee. Let's work with our breath together. Inhale. The knees coming into the chest on your exhale. Inhale, lengthen back. Knee to nose. One more time. Breathe in. Breathing out. Inhale all the way up. Warrior one, step through. Ground that foot. Turn the heel and rise up. Landing. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale. Left hand, left hip. The right leg turns parallel. We bend the knee to get deeper. Now reach your right arm up to the sky and over. Lateral extension for a breath. Returning to your warrior one. Stay deep in your legs, reaching up through your side body. Exhale. Take that breath in. Flow it out, hands to the mat. High plank, low push-up. Use your glutes to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward dog, pull it back. 3 breaths here. Lift your heels, get long. Bend your knees, exhale, walk to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, hold the fold out. Keep it bending your knees as you roll through your spine, inhaling as you rise up. And from here, we're going to take our eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Focusing on the scapula. So we're opening up the back as we pull our elbows away from our face, hands away from our face, and breathing into your mid-back. Exhale out. Take another full breath. Beautiful. Release your hands, reach your arms all the way up. Let's take the eagle arms the other side. Left arm underneath the right. Right away getting that contact and then pulling the elbows away. Take a full breath into your back, upper ribs, shoulder blades. Beautiful. Let's release. Reach our arms all the way up. Take a breath in. Slightly look up. Push your hips forward. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, high plank. In your high plank, lift your right leg up just to hip height. Activating through your core, lower and lift for a count of 10. 9. 8. 7. Shoulders broad. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Let's go back to downward dog. Shift it back. Bring your feet together and lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee. Open up your hip through the left groin. And then the energy all the way out through your right leg. Maybe you want to stretch it here. Taking that full breath. One more. We're going to lower that right leg down. Internal rotation coming forward into high plank. From your high plank, we're taking side plank to the left. Stack your feet. Left arm is going to go up. Option to modify with your right knee down, but focus on your right waistline. Your glutes pushing up. We're here for 5, 4, 3. What's left in your body here? Take another full breath. We're going to high plank. High plank. From here, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Downward dog to pull you back. Let's take one full breath. From here, right leg is going to go all the way up to the sky. That right leg is going to step into a crescent lunge. Step it through. Rise your arms up. Get grounded through center. I love to bend my back knee here just to drop down to get the tuck, posterior tuck of your pelvis. But more importantly, we're going to do some thoracic twisting. From here, your hands are going to go to heart center. You have the option to hook that elbow, but personally, I like to place my left hand down to open up my mid-back, twisting open to the right. It's all coming from the upper back through opening up the chest. And once you're there, expand. Keep expanding with your breath. One more. Finish your exhale completely. And then inhale back to crescent lunge all the way up. Breathe out. We're going to open to warrior two. Opening up. And now let's really open up that right hip. So flip your palms up. Round your legs to stretch your right leg straight. Reach your arms up beside your ears all the way up. Now push your hip bones towards the left and ride it. And bring that right leg down, warrior two, in line with your third toe. So you can open up your right hip. Let's do that again. Arms up, stretch it up. Breathe in. And then warrior two to settle. We're here for 3 breaths. Both legs active. Elbow joints relax so the shoulders can fall down the back. One more. Flowing from here, the right hand flips. We reach it forward to reverse inhale. Flowing it all the way down to high plank. Frame your foot. Step back, high plank. Holding high plank, level your hips and lift your left leg up to hip height. From here, we lower down and up for 10. Eyes at the top of the mat, 9. Coming from your core, 8. Shoulders broad, 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Taking it back to downward dog, hips high, feet together. Let's open up the other side, left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips open. Try and keep your shoulder blades still 12 o'clock square. Letting that body just stretch and lengthen. The right groin all the way up through the left leg and toes. Maybe stretch the legs straight, full breath. Lowering the left leg down, parallel. Bringing it forward, high plank. Stacking your heels to the left for side plank, where we go right arm up. We're focused here on that left waistline. That left waistline scooping in, glutes engaging. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3. What's left? Give it a little more. Take it back, high plank, downward dog. Lift your left leg up, keep it long and extended behind you. Full breath. Using your core activation to step it forward, crescent lunge. Get grounded, bend that back knee of yours. Now reach your arms up by your ears, full breath. The side will be completely different. So option to take your hands to prayer and hook your elbow, the outside of your thigh. Or join me with your right hand down and your left arm up. Moving the thoracic mid-back, twisting as you open. Let's take a full breath here. Finish the exhale fully. And then your inhale, you'll bring your body back up, 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 up. Crescent lunge. And then hopping open into warrior two. Let's really get into the left hip of yours. Flip your palms, round your legs, and stretch your left leg straight. Breathe in. Push your hips slightly forward to the right. And then send that left knee in line with the second and third hip. One more time, 2 more times up. And warrior two, exhale. Let's go once more up, breathe in. Warrior two, land. All right, 3 breaths. Both legs active, both feet pressing. One more, really soft. Flip your left hand. Inhale to reverse back. Exhale, we're flowing all the way down. High plank. Step it back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One full breath here. Lift your heels, bend your knees, make your way to your hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Rolling your body up to stand. Take a sweep with your arms all the way up and overhead. This time we're taking full eagle, right arm underneath the left. Right leg over. Grounding down. Don't change the position of your spine. It's still in neutral. Elbows are pulling away from your face, hands away from your face. Center line is just turning on. We're taking one full breath here. And now with control, you're going to round your spine. Elbows coming down towards your thigh. Keep a bend in your left knee. Your right leg is going to unwind behind you, straight back as you reach your arms or cactus for warrior three. I like to flex my heel here to really activate the back of the leg. And then we're going to sweep the arms back for airplane, finding slight uplift in your chest. Beautiful. Let's take the hands down to the mat. And now open up to half moon. Opening up your hip. And then maybe there's more for your body. You want to maybe lift your right arm up to turn your breast and your ribs towards the right. One full breath. Exhale. And let it go. Letting it go, bring your legs nice and wide. Take your peace fingers around your big toe. A halfway lift for an inhale. And then flutter it out, exhale. Let your head relax. Release the contact of your big toe. Bring your feet back to touch. That will be your grounding point for the next side. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, rounding your spine to roll up to stand really tall. Your feet press you down and your arms reach you up taller than ever. Eagle arms, left side. Maintaining a neutral position with your torso. Ground your legs down, just flexion, and then cross your left leg over your right. Center line turns on, inner thighs turn on. Elbows keep going away, hands away. Full breath. Inhale with control. The right leg stays grounded as you bring your elbows down to your thigh. Slowly unwinding your left leg straight back behind you. Warrior three, maybe your arms straight or cactus. From here, we'll sweep the arms all the way straight back, airplane. That uplift in the chest goes a little bit up. Pressing a little bit more back. Now hands to the mat, opening up your left hip for half moon. You can keep both hands down. That may be more than enough, especially if you're still practicing balance. Or your left arm is opening. Your ribs are turning. But more importantly, a full breath. to release. Bring your legs all the way wide. We're going to take Goddess Squat Malasana. So externally rotate your hips. If you have blocks, great to place them underneath your sit bones. We're coming down. If you have any knee joint pain right now, please avoid this. I love to put contact with my elbows into my inner thighs and then get long into my spine. Feeling the crown of the head all the way down to the root. One long line of energy. Maybe close your eyes here. Let's take a full breath together. In and out. Hands to the mat, hips high. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Halfway lift in neutral. High plank, steps it back. Chaturanga to lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg is going to go all the way up. Working a little bit more with our core. Take a breath in. Knee to nose, we're going to hold it there. Eyes at the top of the mat. Pull your core in, so pull your knee a little bit closer towards your nose. Inhale all the way up. Right knee, right elbow, you're going to hold. Exhale. Feeling your right obliques. All the way back up. Inhale. Right knee is going to go over to the left elbow and you're going to hold, pulling in your waistline, feeling a twist. Inhale all the way up. And step it through, warrior one. Rising up, inhale. Landing, exhale. Warrior two, let's open up the hips. From here, moving into triangle series, stretching your right leg straight, hinging forward and taking your right arm to the outside of your right leg. Left arm goes all the way up. But more importantly, it's the contact of just the line of energy from your right ribs, your right shoulder turning. And then the hand is just an extension of that. So don't worry if your hand can go all the way up. One more full breath. Get lighter with your left hand or your right hand because that left hand is pulling you up, 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 all the way up to stand. Right foot is going to turn to face the left so we can take an open leg forward fold. Hands onto your hips, push your chest forward and then fold. If you want to bend your knees here, if you want to take an inversion of a headstand, we'll be here for 3 full breaths. Finish your exhale completely. On your next inhale, when you're ready, hands to the mat for a halfway lift. Hold your halfway lift, bend into your left leg, all the way back into your heel, stretching through your right groin, and then all the way up and over to the right. Moving the energy side to side. Let's go for 4. Up and over. 3. Breathing through this. 2. And 1. Let's make our way back to center. Bend our knees and roll our spine up to stand. Reach our arms all the way up. Take a breath in at the top and then open mouth sigh. Shoot your arms down all the way. Turn to face the front for pyramid. Right leg is in front of the left. Square your hips off. From here, we're going to take a fold forward. Bend your knee joints. Hands frame the foot or they're landing on your blocks. And then bring your eyes through the legs, just noticing if the weight is all the way in the right leg. Let's try and space it out. You more than likely are feeling this long stretch happening through the back of your hamstring, your calf. Then as we hold just for another 2, maybe into your lumbar spine. Shifting the weight back. So you're going to bend into your left knee and then lift up your right toes. Getting deeper into your calf, deeper into your ankle. Shifting forward to a standing splits. Right foot down, left leg all the way up. Look through your legs. We're here for 5, 4. Keep going 3. Keep going 2. 1. Bend your right knee. We're landing in a low lunge. Left foot down, right leg bends, and then lower your left knee. Let's focus on your left hip flexor for a moment. If you notice that your heel's behind, take your right hand and just slide that right leg forward so your knee is right over your ankle. Again, the focus right now is just your left hip flexor. Sometimes I like to engage my left glute just to help push it and ascend it forward. Let's take one more full breath. Taking it back to a runner's lunge. Shift your hips back, stretch your right leg. And then from here, take an uplift with your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forehead to knee. Once more, halfway lift. Forehead to knee, let's hold it down there. Lifting up halfway with your body, we're going to externally rotate the hip out. So 45-degree angle, bending into your right knee. Be gentle and breathe as you walk your foot to the edge of your right mat. Now both hands are on the inside of your leg. I like to tuck my left toes to send my left leg back even more. And then roll to the edge of your right foot. So the weight is going away from your body as we open up your right hip. Breathing actively. 2 more full breaths. One more. All right, let's open up your shoulders and a little bit more of your back. So your left hand grounds, your left foot tucks, and you're going to lift your left knee up. Engage your core to twist your right arm all the way up. Maybe look at the sky here. From here, your right arm's going to go behind you towards your back left foot. It's going to drop down and reach all the way to the front, circling it around for 3, for 2, for 1. Walk your right foot back in parallel so we can frame your foot. Use your core to step back, high plank. Holding high plank for 2 breaths. Exhale. Now take a big breath in. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Down dog, core takes you back. Take a full breath here just to realign. Left leg extends straight up to the sky, working with your core and your breathing. Big inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Hold it there. Eyes at the top of your mat now, so your knee can come closer towards your nose, breathing out. Inhale all the way up. Left knee, left elbow, hold, finding your obliques. Inhale all the way up. Left knee, right elbow, you're going to hold and take your left waistline in for 3, for 2, for 1, all the way up, inhale. And then step it through, warrior 1. Ground your right leg, rise up. Land. Warrior 2, opening up. Moving into your triangle series. Left leg stretches straight. Hinge forward and then take your body over towards the right wall. Again, your right hand is just an extension of the movement of your rib cage, your shoulders. So if your hand can't stretch, don't worry. Just keep turning your body. One more breath. You're getting lighter and lighter and lighter so much you just pull your body up and then your left foot turns to meet your right. Let's bind our hands at the back. Personally, I love a little bit of medial rotation here. Push your shoulder blades together. Wide leg forward fold all the way over. If the bound hands is too much for your shoulder socket, let it go. But also, if you feel just a sense of completion here, release it at any time. Let's take another 2 breaths. If they haven't already, let's release your hands down. Hands will touch the mat, and we'll take a halfway lift again, neutralizing your spine. From here, bending into your left leg. Keep your hips and your feet parallel. Up and over into your right leg. The weight is into the back of your heel as you stretch your groin. Let's go up and over for 2 more. 1 more all the way over. And then take your body to center. Rounding your spine and rolling up to stand with a breath in, reaching your arms up, look up, and drop it all the way down. Turn to the front of your mat, moving into your pyramid. Left leg is in front of your right. Hands onto your hips, find square, and then take it forward, fold down. Hands land, eyes through your legs. You're squaring your hips as much as possible, and just notice if the weight is all the way in the left. Try and shift it so it's even. Breathing into the energy, you feel the lengthening into the back of your left leg, and then eventually up into your lumbar spine. Stay here as long as you need because it feels so wonderful. Or join me, shifting the weight back into your right leg. Bend your knee and lift your left toes up, feeling a little bit more sensation through the back. You're going to plant your left leg down, left foot. Lift your right leg up, standing splits all the way up. We're here for 5. Keep growing. 4, 3, a little bit more. 2, up, 1. And bend your left leg. So we're going into a deep lunge all the way down. Right leg is going to lower gently. Okay, we're moving on to that right hip flexor. Again, if your left heel is much behind, just drive it forward. Taking another few breaths. Shifting your hips back, runner's lunge. Right away, an uplift with your chest. Breathe in, forehead to knee, breathe out. Half lift, breathe in. Forehead to knee, breathe out and hold. Lifting your chest up halfway, time to open up your left hip. So we're going to turn it out 45 degrees, bend into your knee, breathing, walk it to the very edge. Hands come to the inside. And then maybe you want to tuck your right leg and send it back further. Or just roll to the edge, the pinky edge of your left foot so you can open up. But this is nothing without your breathing, so keep it flowing. Especially when we get into the hips, we have to anticipate the breath. Let's take one more. Time for your shoulder and a little bit of more opening. Right hand down, tuck your right toes to lift up. From your core, engage and twist your left arm all the way up, looking up at the sky. Bring your left arm back towards your heel. Drop it down and reach it all the way forward, going all the way up and around, other way. 3, 2, all the way around. 1. And then take your left foot, turn it back in parallel, frame your foot using your core to step back, high plank. Holding there, breathe out. Take a breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Shift forward, chaturanga last time. Inhale, upward facing dog, press up, up, up. Downward dog, core takes you back. All right, bring your feet together one more time. We're gonna lift your right leg, bend your knee, and open up your hip. Maybe stretch your leg all the way straight. And when you feel complete on the side, lowering your right leg down, taking your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up. Or keep your left leg all the way straight. As long as you're breathing, it doesn't matter. From here, lower your left leg down. Bring your legs all the way mat width apart. Bend your knees just as we started. Walk your hands back to your feet for ragdoll at the back of your mat. Grabbing your elbows, letting your head completely release through. If you're still holding on and you need a flutter or sigh, just release that exhale and oxygen that's sitting there. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Bring your feet all the way to touch. Rolling your body all the way up. Taking your arms out and all the way up overhead. Breathe in. Interlace your hands and push them down towards the mat. Exhale. Inhale them all the way up. Lateral extension over to the left. Bend your knees. Take a breath. Breathe into your right side body. Come back through center up. Stretch your knees. And then over to the right. Bend down, ground down. And then all the way up. Release your hands. Push your hips forward. Engage your glutes. Hands to heart center. Breathing out. Moving into mountain pose, Tadasana. Palms forward. Shoulder blades integrating. Finding your sense of neutral. We're moving into some Pilates Core. So just get a sense of where your spine is at. Is your chin forward? If so, pull it in. Is your back arched? If so, tuck it under. Just get a sense of where your body took you. Grab some water if you need. Make your way down to your mat. All right, so moving into some Pilates abdominals. Take your hands, thumbs wrapping towards the back ribs. Hands will land at more of the front ribs. This is just to get a sense of where your breathing is. If it's up in the pointing ribs, let's send it to the back. So 2 full breaths, breathing in towards where your thumb is. Once more. Let's take our hands palm over palm and place them at the nape of your neck. Elbows wide. Legs are just a bit wider than hip width distance, moving into some pelvic movement. So we all have the neutral curve of our low back, the lumbar spine. And without pressing too much or restricting too much, we're just going to roll the low back into a slight imprint. So letting your low back roll under posterior tuck. Your hip bones are shortening towards your rib cage. And then release it back to neutral. And all that's doing is pulling your center line closer together, integrating the abdominal muscles, rolling into imprint, and then releasing back to neutral. Let's take that once more, rolling from neutral into imprint, where we're going to hold. And now I want you to feel like your belly button is pulling in towards your spine. So it's pulling down, and as it pulls down, it pulls slightly up towards your ribs. You should feel right away slight flexion. Right away, start to feel your abdominals engaged. Now take a breath in and exhale. pulling your abdominals in a little bit more. Without changing your neck, you're just going to curl your head up. Your eyes and nose gaze is looking through and over your belly button. Your neck and chin isn't pointing forward. It's your spine curling you up. From here, we're going to crunch. Exhale. Exhale. Let's go together for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, holding it there, 1. Let your head rest in your hands here. So your head is supported, your low back is neutral, right leg is going to come to tabletop, and then left leg joins it, right in center. Curling up to the tips of your shoulder blades a little bit more. Left foot taps down, exhale. Lift it up. Right foot taps down, exhale. Lift it up. So let the knee move away from the hip to warm up your transverse abdominals. Breathe out. Breathe out. Keeping going. Exhale. Let your head be heavy in your hands. Eye gaze over. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your knees where they are. Lower your head down. Arms are going to go straight up above your ribs, above your chest. Focusing on the rib cage placement. Keep your ribs where they are so they're pulling closer towards your hip bones. Your knees are stacked over your hips. Your arms are going to go back behind your head just an inch. Inhale, and then exhale, return. 4 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Shins are parallel to the sky, so your feet are in line with your knees. Exhale out. 1 more with the arms. Breathe in. And bring your knees into your chest. Breathe out. Knees wide towards your shoulders. Maybe rock side to side. Just get a sense of release. Finding stillness in center. Both hands are going to land right below your knee and your shin. Elbows wide. Finding slight imprint with your low back. Inner thighs engaged, just like an eagle. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Single leg, stretch your left leg long down that 30-degree line, pulling yourself up another inch. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale, switch. Single leg stretch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We have 4, 3, 2, keep going with your hands behind the head for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let your head rest, knees wide to your shoulders. You're rocking side to side, or you're just taking stillness. 1 full breath. Return your knees center, hands below the knees on your shins, elbows wide. Slight imprints of your low back. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up for double leg stretch. Keep yourself up, stretching your legs as you reach your arms. 1 long line, inhale. Bend your knees and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inner thighs engaged. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now engage your glutes and keep going. Exhale. Hands behind your head. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Legs go straight up. Hands behind your right thigh, pulling your right leg closer in for a scissor stretch. And then switch legs. Pull your left leg in. Right leg pulls in. Switch. Switch. Let's go 1 more time each side. Right leg in. Left leg in. And then keep your right leg in towards you. A slight bend in your knee joints. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. And with a light grip, double pull. 1, 2. Switch. In. Breathe out, out. Breathe out. Your legs are brushing through center. Your top abdominals are doing all the work. Keep exhaling. Exhaling. And then when you're ready, hands behind the head to keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, great job, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs up, head down. Let your ribs expand for a breath. Option to keep your head on the mat for lower lift if you feel like your neck is not feeling its best when it curls up. Otherwise, we're all going to slightly imprint. Find slight bend in our knees, keeping our feet together, legs together. For lower lift, you can curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Eye gaze forward over your belly. And you're going to lower on your exhale. Pause. And slowly lift up. Inhale. Lower exhale. Slowly lift up. 5 like that. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Lift up, head down, keep your legs up. We're taking parallel leg circles, abduct out, and then touch on the diagonal. Bring it back in and around. Up and open. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees and take happy baby or lang frog. Lang frog is hands to your inner thighs, where you bring your knees in line with your hip joints. Otherwise, happy baby, you're pulling your knees towards your shoulders. One stretches the front, hips and groin. The other stretches the back, hips and groin. Either way, it's a beautiful release. And since our knees are separated, we're going to keep them like that and bring our heels to touch. So we're in a Pilates stance, lateral turnout. Hands are going to return back behind our head for bend and stretch. From here, keeping your heels together, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhale. Stretch your legs straight out. Push your heels towards the wall. Exhale. Now pull your heels in and stretch it out. Breathe out. We're going for 8. Exhale. 7. As you stretch, I want you to engage your glutes. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold your legs out there. Point your toes. Lift your legs up. Inhale. Lower your legs an inch down. Exhale. 2 more up. Exhale. 1 more up. Exhale. We're moving into leg circles. Option to lower your head. Inhale up and then abduct out and around for 8. I like to bend my knees here. Helps with the hip mobility. 6, 5, 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And let it go. How are you feeling? Good? Better? Great. All right. Let's finish off this core series with a sense of center line and transverse activation. So, slight imprint, arms above your chest, tabletop your knees. Single arm and leg. So left leg is going to extend, right arm goes behind, holding it there. Right away, feeling a sense of abdominals pulling in towards your back. Ribs pulling in towards your hips, hips pulling in towards your ribs. Take a breath. As you exhale, return to center line. Knees stay over your hip bones. Right leg extends, left arm goes behind, and we hold it there. We should be feeling our core getting stronger as it pulls into center. everything, pulling into center line, inhale, and then exhale, return. All right, let's do this again for 4. Stretch, inhale, return, exhale, stretch, inhale, return, exhale. We have 3, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Last 2, in, out. Last 1, stretching in, out, breathe in, and then find center. From here, you're going to abduct the arms and legs out, inhale, close, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, inhale, exhale. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place your feet down. Finally, arms down. Walk your feet close together. I like to personally bend my elbows here and press my triceps down. We're taking some shoulder bridge. So walk your shoulder blades in together. Neutralize your pelvis. Press your triceps down. And now roll your pelvic floor into imprint. Keep posterior tucking, press your heels down. Keep your inner thighs engaged as you lift up from your glutes and from your hamstrings. Your rib cage is lowering in and your hip bones are rising. And then from here, maybe you want to stretch your arms straight down. Personally, I feel like I need to bring my head back a little bit more and lengthen my spine. And just check in. Are you puffing out from your chest? If so, integrate in. We're going to do that again. So lift your hips up and now roll your back down, starting with the thoracic vertebrae, rolling through the mid-back, engaging your glutes, rolling through your lumbar spine, slowly, slowly down, all the way to neutral. So expand the space from the ribs to the hips. Inhale. On your exhale, tilt your pelvis, imprint. Posterior tuck, ribs in, hips lift, inner thighs engaged. Hamstrings take you up. Glute maximus takes you up. Feeling a long stretch of your cervical spine, a long stretch of your quadriceps. I said cervical spine, I meant your entire spine. Lift your hips up a little bit higher, engage your glutes, press your arms because we're going to resist rolling through your thoracic mid-back. Keep your glutes engaged as you roll through the beginning of your lumbar 1, all the way down to 5, to your tailbone, rolling to neutral. Inhale that space. Last time, we're going to roll through imprint, inner thighs engaged, and we roll all the way up. Use your hamstrings. And then now that we're here, we know where to go. So now that we're here, press your arms because we're going to lower our hips and lift. So lower all the way down and then lift all the way up with a tuck. We're going down for 10. Inner thighs stay together, engaged. 9. Up. 8. Up. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. When we hold, you can hold here or thrust, holding or thrusting for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay there, 1. Feel a sense of inner thighs activating, center line pulling in. Stay as you are and lift your heels up. Keep your hips at this level. We're going to isolate the hamstrings. So staying like this, just lower and lift your heels down and up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't let your back arch. Keep pulling your ribs in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Option to hold or thrust for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it here for 5,
4, 3, 2, hips high. Roll down your thoracic back. Rolling down the vertebrae, massaging all the way to the lumbar spine.
Now that our spine is lengthened, let's bring our legs in towards our chest and just give our lumbar spine a little bit of massage. Draw your knees in a circle around to the right. Take a nice full breath and then go the other way around to the left. Since our spine is so warmed, our body is quite lengthened and opened. Let's end with a little bit of rotation. So cactus your arms, goalpost, if you feel secured, and then take your legs over to the left. Soft spinal twist for 3 breaths. Begin to use your left arm to help bring you to center, rocking side to side to massage your tailbone. And then slowing it down into center and taking your spinal twist to the right. Landing your legs, taking 3 full breaths. And beginning to just drop the force. Relax your legs, relax your arms. Bring yourself through center using your right arm to help press you back. Okay, now let's stretch both legs straight up from your hips, turn out, and take your happy baby. Happy baby, where your knees pull close to your shoulders, or lying frog, where your knees are more in line with your hip joint. Just depends on where your body is at. What feels best? Maybe a full stretch of straddle, one leg at a time, or both. Now that we have the groin and the tailbone all elasticed out, let's bring the knees back into center. Let's start with the right leg down, left foot over your right thigh. So soft external rotation of your left hip. Before we lift our right leg, let's just take 2 full breaths. Using the exhale to help the hip release in the socket. Not forcing, again, just breathing. Air has a lot more power than force. All right, without grabbing the leg, just lift your right leg up for thread the needle. Maybe flex both feet if that feels more active. You can stay as you are or join me for a little bit more deep opener. Take your right hand, wrap it around your left ankle. Place your right foot down, keeping the lock, keeping the connection. Tip your left foot over to the right. Land it, and then send your knee not close to your face, but away towards the end of your mat, creating space within the left hip. 2 full breaths. To come back, release your right hand and use it to help press you back to center. Stretch your left leg straight up, bend your knee, and just relax your foot down. Place your right foot on your left thigh, and again, just let your leg naturally open up. We want to push it away. You can, of course, do a light push, but send and direct your breath there. 1 nice full one. You can stay here. You can lift up for thread the needle. Again, try not to grab your thigh and pull it in. If anything, I find there's a lot better release when you push your legs away from your chest. Flexing your feet to get active through the large muscles. Let's take another full breath here. You can stay here for more, or join me by taking your left hand, wrapping it around your right ankle, lowering your left foot, tipping everything over to the left, And then really planting your right foot with it connected against your thigh. Send your knee to the end of your mat. Maybe open up your right arm as well. Take some easy full breaths. Softening your leg, your back, your shoulder. All right, let's release. Use your left hand to bring you back to center. Take your right leg straight up, as straight as you can. Root down into the back and then release. Take your feet all the way wide and then let your knees come to touch. Medial rotation of your hips. We're not here forever, but it's important to get your hips moving in all directions. Really let your back arch here, let your head support, and then everything else expand, especially your breath. Use your feet to help release and separate your knees, bringing your legs in towards your chest. We are going to take our final pose into an inversion. A couple of options: laying flat on your spine with your legs and arms up, or placing a pillow or block underneath your lumbar spine. We'll be here for about 30 seconds, so do what feels best. If your neck allows for it, then join me in a shoulder stand, lifting your hips up. Beginning to slow it down, enjoy the inversion. This is your time to cool down and restore. Give yourself at least 15 more seconds to make your way onto your spine. You can keep your legs all the way long or bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide. Arch your back. Together, let's take a big breath in. Sigh it out and just let the mat hold your body. Maybe resting your hands on your stomach or your heart. Let's finish off together with 5 full breaths at your pace. Soft movement in your body. Take your time coming up to a comfortable seated position, or stay as you are. Wherever you are, take a full breath in, acknowledge yourself for showing up, for spending time with your practice, with your body, clearing your mind, clearing energy. And let all the good continue to come into your life through spending time like this on yourself. I thank you for all of your support and time on your mat. Namaste.